back. Let's see if we had that issue again. It was just OBS. OBS just straight up crashed. I don't know why it crashed, if I'm being honest with you guys, but it did. I don't know if any of you guys are gonna show up here again. What was that? What do you mean? What's playing? What? What was that playing? Oh, desktop audio. I see. Okay. It's a bad luck. Yeah. Hey, I want to show you guys something kind of cool. So, we were talking about, I don't know, buy things. Do people like, I don't know. I don't know. I wasn't in New York long enough, but do people barbecue in New York? I don't mean like burgers and, steaks and stuff like that on like a grill. I mean, like, do they smoke meat? Like, is that a thing? Like, like brisket, pulled pork, ribs, stuff like that. Like, does that happen a lot in New York? Because I mean, like upstate, yeah, some people do. But what about like Manhattan? Not Manhattan, but what about like the city? Does that happen? There's a couple great restaurants with brisket. That's what I'm doing right now. Ah, dang it, I lost connection to my grill. So okay, oh, I lost connection again. So that's what I'm doing right now. I like one in Brooklyn, Texas style. That's what I'm doing right now. Texas style brisket is just salt, pepper, garlic, basically. That's all it really is salt, pepper, garlic. So I promise you, I didn't mean to turn that into a segue to what we're talking about now. I did not mean to be that corny at all, I promise. But it is a segue. So I recently just purchased a new pellet smoker, which is it's a good way to smoke meat, like to do ribs, brisket, and we're doing a brisket right now outside on it. So the smoker that I bought is by GMG. Now, I've had two pellet smokers before. They were terrible. They broke down, and I did a bunch of research on places that were around me locally that had them, and also the different brands. And I ended up landing on this one right now. So this is like kind of $8.99 is like you can spend 10 grand on a pellet smoker probably, but Marble Smokehouse. The next time I'm up that way, I'm lying. I won't remember that. But anyways, so I did a bunch of research, and $8.99 for this grill is right about a mid-range. I would say entry-level pellet smokers that can grill too. They get up to like this one in the carousel gets up to like 550 degrees. And now they can grill, but they're better for like lower temperatures, like 300 or so. So I'm smoking a brisket right now. It'll go for about 8 hours. And I'll just show you the smoker. I'm not going to play the whole video because we already did that before the stream crashed. I don't know. What's your favorite type of... Justin, if that's you, thank you. I appreciate it. I was really happy James sent them. I think they look so dang good. They look way better than the Govee Glide wall lights, but... If you guys are in the chat and you can hear me, what is your favorite type of barbecue? Your favorite food for barbecue? Let me know. All right, so we're going to go ahead and take a look at this. So like I said, this is just the setup video. I like barbecue, but it's a bit pricey. It is. Well, that's because meat is expensive right now, too. Pulled pork sandwiches. Dude, I can make really good pulled pork. I've got it down to a T. I know how to do it from memory. I know how to do it from memory. I know a bunch of different flavor profiles that I can give it. Barbecue is the only thing that I am confident in. But being the area that I'm in, Oklahoma, Texas, Kansas, barbecue's big here. I mean, it's Texas and Oklahoma and Kansas, like all throughout here. Yeah, you get Memphis when you go more east, and you get, Kansas City barbecue and stuff like that. But barbecue, like where we're at, it's a big deal. It's almost not a way of life, but to some people it actually is. Barbecue pulled pork has a different taste to it. Yeah, it's fire. It's so good. I mean, pulled pork can be good in a crock pot, but you don't get that smoky flavor, So I just bought this grill not too long ago. It's $8.99. It is a great price. It has so many features that pellet smokers I've seen from people like my friends, or even pellet smokers that I've tested that are around this price point and even at a higher price point don't have the amount of features and build quality that this does. This actually has 14 gauge steel on it. I don't know if you guys know what like a gauge it means, like gauge. So like the higher gauge, like up to 22 gauge, it's really thin. And then you can go all the way to like 2 gauge steel, which it would be like that. So 14 gauge steel is really thick. That means it insulates well. So this video right here is just a setup video. That's all I wanted to do with this. I was so excited. It took me like 6 hours or something like that to get this set up right after a stream one day. And hope you are watching via Twitch. I see I forgot again. I'll pull it up. So yeah, this is a setup video. I'm not going to play the whole thing. We already watched it. It was pretty easy to set up. You just have to follow the instructions and make sure you're doing it right. You know what's really cool about pellet smokers is, let me find this video real quick. Over here on the right side of the pellet smoker, all right, so right under my hand, with pellet grills, the way they create heat is you have your hopper, which has all the pellets in it, and then there's an auger that pulls those through and they drop into like a little heat cup where there's a hot rod. There's a rod that gets really hot and it burns them. Now, when you're burning those pellets, you'll eventually create a bunch of ash and dust in there. So like every 2 or 3 times, you have to take the grates off. You have to take that heat diffuser plate off. You have to do all of that like every 2 or 3 times. Otherwise, your grill won't perform the way it's supposed to. And normally that's what you have to do, is take all those things out and vacuum it out. With this one on the right side, right over here under my hand, so you guys see that little bucket? There's a little port there. It's like a door. So when you pull that door open, you can put a vacuum hose up to it, and that port connects directly to that little hot pot right there with all of those ashes. You turn on your vacuum, it just pulls it all out, so you don't have to take any of that stuff out to do it. You don't see that on $1,200 pellet smokers. That come with it too, which is nice. All right, so you can see that right here, and throughout that video, we struggled quite a bit whenever it came to getting this set up. Nothing to do with the actual setup process on this. It was just us not reading the instructions right. Overall, I give the setup process on this probably a maybe like an 8 out of 10. The instructions are very clear. There were a couple things that didn't line up right, such as the bolts to attach the legs to the actual rest of the frame. But it's really not that big of a deal, and as you guys can see right here, we've got the smoker set up and going. So there you guys go. That is the Green Mountain Grill Ledge Prime Plus. It's a Wi-Fi enabled grill too. So what's really cool about this grill? Let me connect back to its Wi-Fi on my phone. So you can connect to its Wi-Fi to connect it to yours. So let's say you have a really low and slow brisket, or you have a really low and slow pulled pork, or just something that's taking a long time, or it's gonna take a long time, and maybe you have to go to the store, but you don't want to leave the grill because you want to be able to monitor it still, make sure that the temperature is staying where it's supposed to, make sure that the temperature for the food is getting up to whatever it's supposed to be. With this, you can download the Green Mountain Grill app, and then you're able to ultimately monitor it, control the temperatures from anywhere. As long as you have a wireless connection and the grill is connected to your home Wi-Fi. I could be in New York right now. I could be in China right now. As long as I have a wireless connection, I can control the grill from anywhere, which is really cool. So that's why. So that's why it disconnected from. All right, so I'm gonna reconnect to the grill's Wi-Fi. Everybody over on Twitch, I got you guys. Woolrick, what's going on, man? Uh-oh. Incorrect password. So, I don't know. What would you say is your favorite of all time barbecue? Is it brisket? 1227. Trying to get connected to its Wi-Fi. Locked out of his own grill. No, we're good. We're good. All right, so let me go to the overhead cam. For some reason, it wants to work today. For some reason, it wants to work today. So here's the Green Mountain Grill app. So you guys, so this is actually the, I have double mic. Okay, hold on. We're good. All right, we're good. So this is the Legacy app, and somebody will have to let me know what a Legacy app means. And the reason I had to download this Legacy app is my grill has a firmware update available that I haven't done yet. There's two apps. This is the Legacy app, which I don't really know what that means, but in the instructions, I have to download this app and update the firmware through this app, and then I can go to the new one, which is like a much better interface and has a ton of more features. So, but inside of the app right here, as you guys can see, I don't know why I was doing it horizontal. So this is it right here. So you can go to recipes. Oh, it's connected to the grill's Wi-Fi, so it's not going to work this way. But anyways, let's go back to home, exit, home. So what we're going to do is we're going to hit connect, since we are connected to its Wi-Fi, but barely, because it's like outside. It's probably 100 feet away. Connect. Hopefully it's in range enough to connect to it. Happy grilling. Check that out. So right here, I'm smoking my brisket at 300 degrees Fahrenheit. I have a meat probe. So on the outside of the grill, there's two spots where you can plug in a meat probe, and then it runs through the side of the grill, and then you put it in the meat. And so what I'm doing right now is I'm able to monitor the temperature of my brisket. So when that number gets to about 160, 165-ish, I'm going to go outside, double wrap it in aluminum foil, which will create that bark, you know, that bark that you guys see on briskets. Okay, of course. But it's going to create that bark, you know, like kind of like that dark shell almost on a brisket after I wrap it. So it's been going for about, I'd say about 3 hours now. I expect it'll probably hit 165 internal temperature around probably in about an hour. So I'll play a video or something whenever we do that. Probably about in an hour. And then once I wrap it in that aluminum foil, what it's doing is it's basically accelerating the cooking time for that brisket. And then it'll probably smoke for another 3 hours or so. So I'm gonna wrap it in that aluminum foil around when it's like about 160 degrees internal temp. Now that probe is in the thickest part of the meat, because that's where you want to measure. You don't want to measure on a thin part of the meat, because that's not the part that takes the longest to cook, right? So when that reaches 160 internal temperature on that brisket, I'll wrap it in the aluminum foil, just put it immediately back on at the same exact temperature of the grill. And then whenever I do that, it'll probably take another 3 hours, and I'll take it off. I'll take the brisket off out of the, I'll take the brisket off out of the pellet smoker. And then what I'm going to do is I'm not going to unwrap it. So I'll take it off at about 200, 205 degrees. I'm not going to unwrap it from the aluminum foil to look at it or cut into it and eat it immediately. What you want to do to get juicy and very tender brisket that just kind of pulls apart is after you take it off, when it reaches that internal temperature, which is you want it at about 200, 205 degrees, what you're going to do then is take it off of the grill, keep it wrapped up, put it in a cooler, just, you know, a standard cooler. Don't have ice or anything in it. Just put it in the cooler on the bottom with it still wrapped up. Close the lid, let it sit for at least an hour, so all of those juices kind of get reabsorbed by the meat, and then you can unwrap it. It'll still be warm, it'll be hot, and you're ready to eat. So I'm super excited for it. Now, Justin, if you're still listening, if anybody's still listening to me, if you guys are still here, I kind of have like an update for you guys, or not an update, but kind of like some cool news. So this summer, whenever spring gets warmer, or whenever spring comes around and the temperatures start to get, you know, a little bit more warm, Justin can confirm, but what we're going to be doing is we're going to be tinkering with outside streams. Yeah, we're going to be tinkering with outside streams. We're going to be flying drones, doing RC cars. We'll have themed shows where we're going to be doing just like, I'll be outside with a wireless mic, and I'll just be doing straight up barbecue. Like the whole stream, we'll just be doing barbecue, showing you guys cool barbecue accessories, playing with drones, like I said, RC cars, other outside stuff, potentially like pool stuff. Like, it's going to be pretty cool. We're going to be doing a lot of themed shows, at least on my end, outside, and just having a good time and hanging out, doing barbecue, showing you guys how to do barbecue, showing you guys the proper way to, you know, trim a brisket, do pulled pork, all that. It's gonna be a good time. I'm excited for it. So also today we actually have a this is a sponsored stream. I mean, a lot of our streams are sponsored, but today we have a big sponsor. So let me tell you guys about that. So in the carousel, I'm gonna highlight it. Give me 1 second, 1 second. Okay. Red Bull, yeah. So I actually just started drinking it, and dude, I really like it. It gets me amped, and it tastes. I used to hate the taste. I don't know why. Maybe like my taste buds have developed or something. It's not like, oh my gosh, this is delicious, I'm gonna drink it like apple juice. But I like it. It's enjoyable. I mean, I think so. Stout. It's really stout too. All right, so in the carousel, we just highlighted it. So we have a really awesome product from a really awesome brand. This is a premium handheld massager from a brand called KIGASSENZIO. So they sent me this, and they actually, for you guys in the carousel today, I don't know why I was so zoomed in. For you guys in the carousel today, there is a 20% off deal on this today. So you can save 20% on this if you hit that claim deal button. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be spending a little bit of time talking about this. We're going to test it out, unbox it live. We're going to be doing a bunch of cool stuff with this. So let's go ahead and get ourselves a little bit of room here, and let's just jump right in. So, oh, we're losing stuff. We're losing stuff. All right, we're all right. So as you guys can see right here, you got pretty cool branding. You've got KIGASSENZIO just right down here. I think I'm saying that right. KIGASSENZIO. So let's go ahead and get this unboxed, and we'll test it out. Now this is, like I said, a premium. Oh, that's satisfying. Oh, is this the ASMR stream? Here we go. Look at the ZV-1, Justin. Come on. Okay. So it looks like we're gonna have a box inside of a box. So, as you guys can see, we have it halfway unboxed. This is the KIGASSENZIO. It's a heating and cooling massage gun. Heating and cooling. I've never seen that before, so that's already really cool. I like the fact that it's gonna heat and cool. We're gonna test it and see if it really does. We're gonna find out. So let's figure out how we open this box. Okay, so it looks like they just have a piece of tape right around here. But I did come prepared with my Izzetto knife. Okay, so I think we got it open enough. We'll figure out. So it looks like right here is where we need to get this. Where we need to get this opened up at. Right here. So be careful with these X-Acto knives. They're razors. They're basically razor blades, but they handle. So I'm just cutting the box now. Yeah, so you guys, this is a premium heating and cooling massage gun, and for this stream only, there's a 20% off coupon. They gave us a 20% off coupon to apply in the carousel. So if you guys end up wanting this, which I haven't given you a reason to yet, but if you guys do end up wanting this, you can save 20% off on it today. Look at that. Look at that. That is cool. They have a like hard shell foam carrying case. That is nice. You got the KIGASSENZIO branding right there up on top. You got a nice little, like, it's a pretty robust handle. It's a collapsible handle. with the KIGASSENZIO branding right up there on top. You got these little buckles that you're basically just gonna fold up like that to open up. On the bottom, there's nothing really there, but I like the fact, I mean, Justin, have you ever seen has anybody ever, if you're in the chat and you can hear me, have you ever seen a presentation for a massager like this? No. So based off of initial impressions on this, it does, right? Based on initial impressions, it's already shaping out to be a premium massager, because you don't see this. I mean, yeah, you see little carrying cases that are like, you know, kind of like, I don't know. I don't even know the material, but they're like bendy and stuff. You don't see this. This does look like I'm about to open up like a DJI drone or something. So shout out to KIGASSENZIO for sending this, first of all. And also shout out for supplying that 20% off coupon. And un momento, or the la momento of truth. Oh, wow. Wow. Look at that. Look at the presentation for this. Okay, so right up here, you can see how thick this is too, so it's going to protect it. But right up here, you can see everything is just presented really nice. Really nice. Okay, that is crazy. So you guys can't tell. I mean, you kind of can see it's metal. That is metal. Like, this isn't... This is real metal. Listen to this. That's metal. That is not like foam. That is not plastic. Wow. No way. So you're going to have that, like, that standard ball head attachment that you see on a lot of them. It looks like you have a pretty large interface piece right here. So it's like a pretty thick rubber piece. So it's going to stay in the massage gun whenever you're doing that. Then right here, you're going to have more of a directional one. So this is going to be probably a little bit better for locational aches and pains or knots that you might have, like maybe like a back or like your upper neck or something like that. And then you're going to have another one that's basically the same exact thing, as you can see. Okay, so this one actually has a flat top right there. So that is going to be very directional. And then this one right here is just rounded out at the top too, as you can see right there. All metal construction on all of these attachments. And then the last one, which is one of my favorite ones on all massagers, is this slightly concaved just flat top right here. These ones are always really good in my opinion, because they kind of, the pressure that they exert on the area that you're using them on is just always very hot. It's very spread out, so for me it feels better. These ones hurt me sometimes, but I also don't have like aches and pains to relieve. There's the massage gun. We'll come back to that in a second. I want to see what this little carrying case inside of the carrying case is. Yeah, Woolrich, that's what I mean. Like, this is nice. So it looks like that's going to be it for everything in here. I'm going to see if there's something underneath real quick. Okay, so that's not meant to be removed. So I'm assuming the instruction manual is going to be in here. You got your KIGASSENZIO branding as well, just right up there on top. The zipper feels high quality. It doesn't feel cheap. Like, these are the types of things I look for. Whenever a company creates something, the little things are an indicator of quality of everything. So, like, you guys know what a cheap zipper feels like. Okay, it feels like you could pull it off and it's gonna break. This doesn't feel that way, so that's a good indicator of the overall quality so far. But we are gonna test it and find out. So on the inside of this right here, as you guys can see, you're gonna have here's some plastic ones, but what they do that's really nice that I imagined. So this one's actually one of my favorite attachment heads on these types of massagers for the back of your neck. Just because you have two main muscles running up the back of your neck, and this just kind of lays on them perfectly to really like hone in on that specific area. But what I like about even though this one is plastic, what I like that they did is they have rubber kind of like grommets over the edges of them, so it gives it a little bit more of a soft touch material, or a little bit more of a soft touch feel to it, so it's not, you know, it's not like it can like move around on your skin and it's not so harsh on it. And then you're also going to have this one right here. I've discovered that these types of attachment heads, whenever it comes to these handheld massagers, This one right here is really good for your legs. Like, put this on the back of your calf if you're like, maybe you're doing leg day at the gym or your legs are sore. For some reason, this, for me, this feels really good on like the back of my legs, like my calves. So you have those two in there just kind of hanging out and chilling. Now on the inside right here, it looks like we are gonna have some extra grommets, so that's nice. So if those grommets on the attachment heads, if these right here wear down over time, you do have some replacements. So that's really cool. I've never seen that before from any brand ever. Then right here, it looks like probably our charging cable. Hopefully this recharges with USB-C, so we'll find out right now. So yep, it does recharge at USB-C. I was hoping it did because at $269, even though there is a 20% off coupon today, I was hoping it had USB-C, so it does. So that's nice that they're using a newer, or the industry standard for charging cables now. And then on the inside as well, in this little pouch, you are going to have, looks like a sticker, 2 stickers. So you're gonna have KIGASSENZIO stickers. You can barely see that one, but you have KIGASSENZIO stickers right here. And then you're gonna have your instruction manual. Now the instruction manual is very straightforward. These massager heads are really easy to use though. So you can turn off the cold therapy, battery power, indicator, battery charging port, and so yeah, there you guys go. These are pretty simple. These are pretty straightforward. You even have a little troubleshooting guide. I always like it when they have a troubleshooting guide with products, just in case something happens. Like you can see right there, it says common problems, excessive temperature, and then it tells you what to do. So that's pretty cool. So we'll go ahead and put all this back up in the carrying case. Hopefully it comes charged so we can test this live. USB-C again, really like that. Very nice that they do that. Let's see if I can see. This is the problem, not with KIGASSENZIO, but with, there we go. We got it. I was gonna say, I can never get things back in the box the way they were before. So when you're done with this, I love that you can just push it right back down in here, and then you're good to go for the next time. So what I want to do is immediately give you guys my impression on this whenever I lift it up. I want to tell you if it feels heavy. If it feels heavy, it's probably made with quality components, and I'll be honest if it is or not. Wow. It doesn't feel heavy, it is heavy. So here is the massage gun itself. And oh my goodness. Look at that color. You have this beautiful, this is like an off-white, almost like an eggshell white. This is all a very, it's got like almost like that rubber texture to it. Take a look at that. I mean, honestly, look at that. You got KIGASSENZIO branding right up there on top. You're gonna have a just some information down there on the back. I like that it doesn't look gimmicky. It looks like a massage gun. If I were to walk into a chiropractor and he were to use this, I would be like, okay, yeah, this guy knows what he's doing. This doesn't look cheap. Over here it says we have our plug in and plug out. So let's go ahead and take that off. A little bit of ASMR. Oh yes. Oh yes, look at that. So now right here, it looks like this is gonna twist in. Let me make sure. It says use heat and cool deep tissue therapy. Okay. So it looks like this is the heating or cooling attachment. It comes pre-installed on it. So all you have to do to take this off is simply just pull it out. And whenever you do that, you should be able to just, let me make sure. I don't want to break it. Let me make sure I'm doing this right. Okay. So it's pretty strong is all that was. It's pretty strong while it's installed. Let's make sure that that's how you do it. So you see how you have a little groove right there on the interface piece, and then you have a little ball right there. So you just line the ball up with that little groove, and you also can see that there's prongs in here. So you want to line up those prongs, push it in like this, and just like that, we're good to go. So up here on top, you're going to have your charging port. You are going to have your heating mode and your cooling mode, and then this is probably going to be how you control the speed of this, or the intensity. And then, like I said, you are going to have your charging port right there. Love that they're using USB-C with this. All right, so I want to go ahead and test this out real quick. So let's go ahead and make sure that this is in. Okay, hold on. Just going to make sure I installed this correctly. Okay, so it looks like it is installed. So we're going to go ahead and hold down this button right up here on top. And there we go. So as you guys can see, it is on. Well, it's kind of hard for you guys to tell, but you can see that that looks like the flash. It's just blurry. So that is on. Now, it looks like immediately you do not have the heating, which is over here on the left. You don't have the heating or the cooling on. Let's press this button in the middle. This is a very intense massage. Look how fast that's moving. It looks like hummingbird wings, right? Now we're on the fast. Look how fast that is moving. I'm going to try to... Do you guys see this? Well, like here, it doesn't look like it's moving. It looks like hummingbird wings. And then if we press it again, it's off. All right, so you have three different speeds. Let me try to show you guys this. So you have blue, which is the lowest. Kind of like a purple pink color, which is medium, and then high, which is red. So let's go to low, or let's turn it off real quick. So we're gonna try the heat mode first. So you guys can see whenever you turn on the heating mode that you end up getting this really cool effect right here, which is in red. Let's see if we press it again. Now we have heating mode number 2, which is indicated by a purple light. And then heating mode 3, which is indicated by a red light. So oh wow, it's already really warm. No way. That's already extremely warm. Look at that. This is the best massager I've ever tested. It's not even close, actually. There is no shot that this thing is already that warm. That is nice. Yeah, I'm telling you guys, this is I'm telling you guys right now, look at that. This is already extremely warm. And wow. That feels good. The massager's not even on. I just kind of want to hold it here because of how warm it is. No way. Okay, let's try the cooling mode now. Let's try the cooling mode on this. All right, so we have it on the heat mode. We're going to press it one more time, and the red light went away. So you have 3 different intensities. You have, okay, so you have your, if you guys look right here, you have your battery indicator level, which it has an auto turn off feature. So if we press this, we have 4 bars of battery, so they fully charge it at factory, which is really nice. Then right here, you're going to have your heat mode. So you need to hold this button down to turn it on. 3 intensity modes on the actual massaging feature. 3 different heat modes indicated by blue, purple, and red. Then we can turn it off. And now we're going to have cooling mode. So let's try that real quick. We'll press the cooling mode down one time. And I'm trying to figure out if this is a fan or if this... Oh, what? How does that work? This is cold now. What? Guys, I'm not kidding. This is cold. Like, it's not room temperature. It's actually getting cold, like a freezer. That's really cold. Oh, we can go up in coolness. We have 3 different intensities or cool settings. That is free. It's freezing. Like, what? Then we have 3 different modes for cooling as well. There's no way, guys. This is actually like it's not room temperature. It's not just cooling it down to room temperature. It's actually making it colder than room temperature. You guys stay right here for 1 second. I'm gonna go grab an instant read thermometer. I will be right back. Give me 1 second. I will be back in 30 seconds. All right, we're back. We are back with this massager. So we actually have a barbecue thermometer right here, which I probably won't need to use anymore because I have, the new smoker has it. But anyways, so this is an instant read thermometer that will tell us the temperature of this. So like if I turn this on, turn on the light, you guys can see it's measuring ambient temperature in my room. If I hold this down for a second, you guys will see that it will get warmer, but I think I was just, there we go. Or if I breathe on it, you guys see that? Look at that. So we currently have this on the coldest temperature setting indicated by red. Yeah, that is freezing cold. Watch this. Let's see how cold this actually is. Let me orient this right. We'll just place it right at the end. Oh, you see, you want to know what's happening is it's not making enough contact with this to actually cool down. So let's hold it there for a second. There we go. So you guys can see the temperature of it. It just keeps dropping. Now I don't want to hold my finger against it to make better contact, because if I do that, then it's going to warm it back up. But look at that. You can see that it just keeps dropping and dropping and dropping. It's much colder than that. This just isn't a good indicator of the temperature. This is probably at maybe 35 degrees or so. I can't hold my finger against it, otherwise it will heat it up, see? A laser temp gun? I don't have one. Strategic? Question mark smiley face, Justin? Just kidding. But not really. Look at that. So it's much colder than that. It is, I mean, I wish I had a proper way to show you. Okay, that's really cold. Whoa, where did I get scratches from? So yeah, it's really cold. This is like the point on this just can't make enough contact for it to, I don't have a way for this to make enough contact for the ambient temperature to not also be a factor on that reading. But now let's go ahead and turn cooling mode off, and let's turn on the heat mode. We'll just go all the way up on the heat mode on the gun, and we'll go ahead and try this temperature out. So let's see real quick. I'll try to. Well, actually, it's gonna get warmer than my finger, so I can hold it down here. So we have the max intensity heat mode on right now. And you guys can see how steady it's climbing. But also you got to remember, oh, okay, so it's not cold to the touch at all anymore. It heated it up immediately. So still climbing. Still climbing as this thing gets warmer and warmer. Still climbing. So we're beyond what my finger temperature is now. Like my finger temperature is not 100 degrees. Still climbing. Let's see what it maxes out at, because this is pretty interesting. No way. This is actually getting kind of hot. Oh, it's actually climbing faster now that I lifted my finger off of it. Let's check the battery life. Okay, so we haven't... So even though we've been turning it off and on and turning it on to cooling and turning it on to the highest heat setting, it hasn't dropped in temp... Or it hasn't dropped in battery life yet. Still climbing. Still climbing. Alright, so we're going to come back to that. Let's go ahead and try out the... let's go ahead and try out the attachment head on this. With this. We're not going to try out the other attachment heads just because you guys have seen them before. But if you guys are just showing up, or if you guys have any questions, my name is Nate with DragonBlogger Tech and Entertainment. It's nice to have you here. We're taking a look at this really awesome KIGASSENZIO heating and cooling massage gun. It comes with all of the attachments you would need. Long battery life, apparently. Heating and cooling, like I said, USB-C charging. Right now, we have this one. Looks really nice. So let's go ahead and test this out. I'm going to turn on the intensity. Now this is going to be good for your back, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to use it like around here, because this seems to be like a pretty tender area. So let's try that out. Oh, the heating is so nice. Wow. A lot of intensity, and we're on the lowest setting right now. Oh yeah. Break up all that stuff in your chest. Get all that stuff out of there. Oh my goodness. That is nice, guys. I'm telling you right now, that is, the heating on that is, oh, I bet it's going to be so good on the back of my neck. Oh. This is a gift from the heavens. That heating. Massage guns are already nice. The heating is where it's really nice. Let's turn up the intensity. So we were on the lowest setting for intensity. We're just gonna go straight to the highest setting. You guys can see it looks like look at that. It looks like butterfly wings how fast it's moving. Oh my goodness, my friends. This is... What? That is way better than any massage gun I've ever tested. I was just telling Justin that I don't like massage guns. I was just telling him that. Then we'll get kind of back here. I'm gonna have to take a nap. Yeah, so loyalty points are, I'm not sure exactly what they're for. I don't even know how to use my points. But, oh, look at the way it's vibrating my arm. I'm telling you, this vibrates at a higher frequency than I've seen on other massagers. Look at that. Look at how fast that is. Oh my goodness. All right. We got to do this on my leg. Get a little bit of leg action here, guys. Let's do it on my calf here. That is incredible. We haven't lost a single battery yet still. Look at how fast it's moving. Look at the ripples it's creating on my calf. You guys see this right now? Come on. Wow. Dude, this is nice. I'm serious. And it's heated too. Look at my fingers. Look at the intensity on that. You guys see this right now? Look at the intensity that you get from this massage gun. Oh my goodness. Look at that. This is the best massager I've ever used. Let's turn this back off. Let's check to see what the highest temperature it reached was. Alright, so it's still climbing in temperature. I'm assuming it's gonna kind of max out at about 105 or so. Let's try it this way. There we go. Now I'm getting the reading I'm supposed to. I gotta try not to move it. So it's sitting around 103-ish. I just can't hold this close enough. Yeah, I can't hold it close enough on the meat probe. Yeah, it's not hot. No, actually it kind of is. You guys know whenever you microwave something in like a ceramic bowl and the bowl is hot after, that's kind of, I know that's a weird way to say this, but that's kind of what this is. And then of course you have the cooling texture or the cooling mode on it. So we'll turn that all the way up. We'll see. Let's see how fast it cools down. Let's see how fast it cools down. So you see it's climbing because it is it's still warm from when we used it. And there it goes. Just that easily. I mean, it's still a little bit warm just because we had it on for so long on the heat setting. So we're currently sitting at around 77. Feels room temperature. Actually, it's starting to feel cold. There we go. It just keeps dropping and dropping and dropping. So guys, listen. If you want this massage gun, first of all, you guys can get it today for 20% off. So it's $269, 20% off. Is going to save you quite a bit of money. You can only get that 20% off in today's show. In today's show, shout out to KIGASSENZIO. We'll just kind of go over everything else that it has one last time. Yo, what's up, PC Phil? So that is really cold right now. I know you guys see a lot of massagers from us. I know you guys see that very often, but this is so far beyond anything I've ever tested. It's so much better. The build quality feels incredible. It heats and cools. Apparently the battery lasts for quite a while because after our last 30 minutes of testing, we've only lost 1 battery life. Oh, that's cool. We actually haven't even lost a whole battery life. You see how that one's a little bit more dim? So we've actually only lost some. So it's cool. It's really cold right now, actually. It heats up really fast. Insane oscillation speed. I mean, look at that. Or not oscillation, but insane intensity speeds on that. Rechargeable over USB-C. We'll go ahead and hold this, power this off real quick. So, if you want to power it off, you don't have to actually hold down the power button. Just turn off everything. So turn off the actual vibration, turn off the heat, turn off the cooling, and then you're good, and then it'll auto shut down. And then the coolest thing about this is when it's all said and done, all you have to do is simply put it back in the box. That's it. That's all you have to do is just put it back in the box. But before we do that, I want to test one last thing. I want to see if, because these are metal, I want to see if it actually heats these up too, because I'm assuming right here, this is, I'm honestly not sure. I'm gonna see if it heats it up whenever we have one of these metal attachments in it. So we'll go ahead and take this out. You just kind of click it like there. We'll go ahead and just take, we'll take this one, just like that. Push that in until you can't push it anymore. Don't go anywhere past that. We will turn this on. Now we will turn on the heat mode. Okay, so you cannot turn on the heat mode. Oh, you gotta hold it down, never mind, sorry. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and turn off the vibration. Let's see if we can turn on the heat mode. Okay, so nope. This is the only attachment head that supports the heating and cooling. Either way. Either way. What do you guys think about this thing? What do you guys rate this 1 out of 10? I'm not kidding you. I'm giving this a 10. I don't give 10s to products almost ever. Now, I don't have anything to compare it to in terms of price, but the initial impression on this is the highest quality massager I've ever tested. It's not even close, actually. I love the fact that when you're done, everything just has its nice, a place for everything in its place. You have your massage gun with the heating and cooling attachment. You have your accessories right here. You have different attachment heads. There's attachment heads in there. You can just close this up. It just clicks right into place like this. You got a little carrying handle. You have your hard shell case to keep your really nice massage gun well protected. I mean, you don't beat it. You really don't. And it's 20, and you have a 20% off coupon today because KIGASSENZIO is the real MVP, and they provided us a 20% off coupon for you guys. So I'm serious. You guys definitely have to check this out. You definitely have to check this out. This is so dang nice. This is so much better than any other massager I've ever tested. It's not even close. Shout out to KIGASSENZIO. You guys are the real MVPs. All right. So, really, guys, today's show is just kind of a, really what we wanted to do is showcase that to you. We are grilling some stuff outside today. We do have some other stuff in the carousel that we're going to talk about, though. Let's go ahead and talk about the Nebula Capsule Laser 3. It's a portable projector that is going to give you full 1080p resolution, Android TV 11 built into it, so thousands of apps. Autofocus, auto keystone correction, Google Assistant. It has so many things. So many things. Let's see what we got going on. Yeah, I'm not kidding you. I'm not just saying this. I'm not just saying this because KIGASSENZIO sent that to me. It's not even close. It's not close whenever it comes to massagers. And I promise you, if Justin is still listening, I was just telling him, either yesterday or the day before, I was just telling him that I am being I'm gonna be, my death will be by massagers because I've tested so many, and I told him, I was like, I think I hate massagers. Not anymore. That one actually excited me. That's cool. You like those Qbert lights behind me? Qbert? Hey, I appreciate it. You want to talk about them a little bit more? We can. Justin, can you add these to the carousel real quick? I know that, like, I know how to do it and stuff like that, but now I have an assistant. Add these to the carousel and highlight them. The 80s video game. Oh yeah, so these are really cool. I think I can show these to you guys a little bit better if I just tilt my camera down. There we go. So you guys can see them all now. Well, let me. There we go. You can see all of them. While Justin is doing that, I have a story for you guys. I'll be right back. Yeah. Alright, and I am back. Looks like my camera skewed a little bit. There we go. So we got the lights on, but now I look on level. What's up, Donald? Welcome to the stream, man. Kathy Leone, welcome to the stream. What's this? So this is Amazon live streaming. So do you remember QVC? Do you remember QVC? I think it's still actually around. The easiest way to explain what Amazon Live is it's basically QVC for a modern generation. So you are able to interact with me, ask questions about the products that we're talking about in the carousel, which is the list of items that you can see. If you like any of the items, feel free to ask questions. And you can purchase them by just clicking on them. And yeah, so it's basically QVC. I like it bunches, yeah. So we're actually talking about these lights right here, which are available on Amazon. But I'm going to tell you guys a story. For those of you guys that know me, you guys know we collect trading cards. Mainly, we've been doing Pokemon for the past, I don't know, 8 months or so. But I used to collect football cards a lot. So just yesterday, I was at the store and I was getting some groceries and stuff. And I saw that they had football cards, right? And I was like, okay, it's been probably about a year since I purchased some football cards, and I thought, what the heck? It's a $30 box of football cards. I'll get it, just to see what's new. I opened this card right here, So this is a downtown card. So it's a version of these cards, right? I opened this card right here. This is a $700 card. I'm not kidding you guys. It's a $700 football card. And I wasn't even going to buy the box of football cards at first. I wasn't. I was just like, you know what? I will. Okay, you know, I'll just try it out. I'll see what I think. The first box that I opened in a year, maybe over, that was a football card that was in there. So that's just a story for those of you guys that might like collectibles and stuff. But like I was saying, PC Phil, I know it was awesome, dude. I would like screamed, and so my buddy, he got one too, and like I know what this is. Like I know what a downtown is. Basically, what the downtown card is you can see the quarterback right there. So this was from the 2022 season. You can see the quarterback right there, and what downtowns are is you can only get them in Donruss, either base or optic version. You can only get them there. And what they are is they're very extremely rare cards. This is a version inside of Donruss that's extremely hard to find. And they very, very limited print, right? Very limited. So me and my buddy, we only each got a box because we know downtowns are a possibility inside of Donruss. I've opened Donruss cards twice before ever. And I got it as like on a whim, like, oh well, you know what I mean? So there was 6 packs in the box, and as I opened the first 5 packs after my buddy opened his 6 packs, and in every single pack he had like this version of a card of a random player that it was like shiny and multicolored, and he didn't get anything really good. And so I was opening my first 5 packs. I didn't get any of those. So on the last pack, I said, dude, I got ripped off by this box. They must be saving it. Jokingly, I said, they must be saving a downtown card for the last pack. Lo and behold, boom, a downtown card. Dude, what's cool about the downtown cards is they take the player and they take the city that they play in. So you have, obviously Pittsburgh Steelers, and they theme it out based on the city, like the background. Like, look, if you guys know football, you guys know Lamar Jackson. One of his downtown cards, because it's the Ravens. It was like him in kind of like in the same position like that, kind of dropping back, getting ready to throw the ball. But he was standing in front of like an old cabin that was all broken down with dead trees around it and ravens flying around them. They're so cool. That's just a story I wanted to tell you guys. But we got a new follower on Amazon, so everybody put an F in the chat for Gio. Welcome to the stream, Gio. If you got any questions, feel free to ask them, my man. But we're going to talk about these lights right here because somebody did point them out, so we added them to the carousel. They're available on Amazon, and they're made by Govee. You guys know we love Govee. These are the Hexa Pro light panels. So they're going to come with 10 light panels in here. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Pretty easy to install. They use double-sided 3M adhesive. You have to install them in chronological order. So you do the first one, which is plugged into the power. And then there's cables that daisy chain each one of them. And inside of the Govee app, you set up the format. So like you add number 1, you install number 2, say where you installed number 2, and so on until you're done. Now with these, you can do so many lighting effects inside of the app. You don't have to pay any extra to use the app. They have a bunch of presets. So inside of the app, if I want to, I can change these to just a straight up solid color if I want to. So I'll show you guys what I mean. So this is the Govee app right here. So you can see those are all my Govee products that I currently have installed and connected to the internet or Bluetooth. So I'm gonna select the Glide Hexa Pro right up here. So inside of the app, what I can do is I can either turn them on and off just like this by hitting the power button. So now they're off. I can turn them back on. If I want to do a solid color, I can do that. So you guys can see that right now it's a solid color. We have it set to just a cold white color. So like a low lumen white, or a low temperature white. Then we can go all the way to a warm white, but you're able to select each individual light panel So you guys can see that's how we have it set up right there. I can select them all individually or just select them all at once. So we'll select them all at once. I can go warm. So now we're on like a warmer temperature white light. I can go blue if I want to. We got blue. Green's my favorite. My buddy Brandon that's in the chat, we were messing around with these a little bit last night, and he told me green looks the best. Now it doesn't look that good in here because I got the lights on, but look at that. You guys, you're not in here right now, but this whole room has like a green vibe to it, and I'm telling you, it looks so good. So now what we can do is we can go red if we want to, give it a red vibe. Now, in person it looks red. On here it looks kind of orange, but it definitely does. Now let's go orange in person. It looks orange now. The matrix, yeah. Just wait until you see. There's actually a matrix mode built into it. So now let's say we wanted to, you know, individually address those. Individually address them. So I'm gonna basically deselect all, so they're all set to orange inside of the app, and every other one I'm going to select purple. So, or I'm gonna select every other one. So I'm gonna go right here, right here. We'll go right here. We'll go right here. No, actually, we'll do this. Hold on. It's kind of hard to individually select them in a pattern because of the way they're set up at this part right here, where they're all kind of bunched up. So let's go boom, 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 boom. And now that we have those ones selected in blue, we'll just change those to purple. And so it changed just those ones to purple. So you have individual color control, but where it gets really cool is if I scroll up, you guys can see you can do a color wheel, but this is where it gets cool. If you go to scene, now you can select scenes which are animated. It doesn't update right away. You have to press sync refresh. Can you change orientation? Like the way they're orientated on the wall? Yeah, you can. I mean, you'll have to remove the adhesive. It does come with extra adhesive strips in case you want to. But okay, so right now, inside of the scene menu, you're going to have different sections. So right now, we are under 3D sections. So these are like 3D animated effects. So we'll go through those. We have hallucinating. So this one is called hallucinating. Let's turn off the lights real quick. As you guys can see, well, it's too bright right now. So let me, I think I could fix it if I just turn down my gain on my camera. Okay, so that's as low as my gain will go. So as you guys can see right there, we have the hallucinating effect. If I turn down the brightness on them, you might be able to see them a little bit better too. Like the effect that it's doing. There we go. Those are fun. They're so cool, PC Phil. You can do a lot of like, they have recommended orientations for these whenever you're setting them up. I didn't do this. I didn't use a recommended orientation. I just kind of set them up and daisy chained them correctly in chronological order, and then it automatically creates those effects built. Up the brightness for the Govee app a little. Okay. About right here. No, that's too bright. Too bright. Right there. That looks good. So, yeah, they have recommended patterns for them, but you can move them around if you want to. So, Woolrick just said the Matrix. So, the next mode we're going to look at under the 3D section of the effects is actually called Matrix. Matrix looks really cool. Watch this. You guys see that? Look at the Matrix one. That is so cool. So that's Matrix. Then you have one called Collapse. That one's not that cool, honestly. The Collapse isn't that cool. We'll go Pixel. Pixel is really nice. Look at that. What? What? You can, on some of the effects, you can adjust the speed of the animation right there. Pixel is annoying. I think it's too fast. It is cool. It's using like retro bit colors. Cubic is this one. So it's like filling them in as a cube. You can increase or decrease the speed on that one. You can do one called Crawl. And I've never been a fan of this one. Maybe it's the way that I have them like orientated on my wall for the effect to work, but it doesn't really look that good for me. Phantom is what this one is called. I love that they look 3D when you're using the 3D effects. That's what I really like. I like the fact that they look like there's actual cubes on my wall. Layering right here. So layering is, yeah, so it's going to change the colors of, it's going to go from the top of the cube to the outside right here, and then finish off right there and do a new color. You have one called Mirage. Yeah, so that one doesn't look that good either. You have Illusion. Illusion's kind of cool. You have Glistening. And then you also have Emerald. Emerald looks nice. I like that. Just increase the brightness on those. They get really bright too, all the way 100%. So now under the scene, so we're under scenes right now, which is the animated. You have a bunch of different sections for animated. So now we're going to go to natural. We're going to go to natural and we're going to choose forest. So you guys can't see what that is because it's too bright. So let me turn down the brightness so you guys can see what forest looks like. Oh, that one's all right. You can actually change the direction of this effect. So you can have it going up, down, left, right, going towards the middle, or moving towards the outside. So let's try that. Let's go towards the middle. Yeah, see, that one's okay. That one's not that cool. You have rainbow, which is just a rainbow wave of colors. We can just make the rainbow go up like that. True RGB right there. You have fire. The fire on this one actually looks like one of the best fire effects I've seen from Govee. You have funny, so you have one called so you have one called poker. I don't know why this one is called poker. Like, how does that have anything to do with like Texas Hold'em at all? You have intersection, stacking. Oh, that's a cool effect. Look at that. These are the best Govee lights I've tested, and I knew they would be. So shout out to DragonBlogger James for letting me have these from him. We'll get that light back on, and we'll turn up the gain, or turn the gain back up on my camera. So there you guys go. What do you guys think about those Govee Hexa Pro lights? Let me know what you guys think about those. Are they the coolest Govee lights you've seen? No? Okay, hold on. Play some poker, then turn on the lights to get the real effect? Yeah. Are they the coolest Govee lights? Be honest. What are your favorite Govee lights that you guys have seen, either from me or anybody, really? Let's go back to whatever scene I was using before. I think I was using... I don't remember what I was using something 3D. I think I was using Matrix. Yeah, I was. I'm going to decrease the speed on the Matrix effect. But now... Oh, that's right. My camera was down at the beginning of the stream. It was about right here. I'm just trying to... There we go. That's where we were at. Those are really cool. Those are my favorite Govee lights now. Or the back of the TV ones. Yeah. Those ones are really... That's best for like people that really want to be immersed in like the game or something, or the movie that they're watching. I was kind of unfortunate. I'm sure you remember my video from, what, last summer maybe, of I got the ones for the monitor. I'm still kind of bummed out even to this day that the mounts that came with them are for monitors that have a flat back, and mine are curved so it wouldn't stay up. Because that was one of my favorite effects. But I don't game much anymore. Or not. I still game often, but not as much as I used to. Nowhere near it. So, yeah. But there you guys go. Those are those Govee Hexa Pro lights. $199. And the coolest thing about these is these are expandable. So, I mean, I could buy more sets and literally just keep it going around my room. I could just go as far as I want. Let's actually look at the Govee app real quick. I want to see how many it will let me add. Let's see how many it will let me add. If I zoom in, it should focus. There we go. So I don't know if I can edit these or not. Let me find out. So if I go to settings, maybe I can add more. Layout and calibration. Okay, so here's the layout. How do I just add more? So it looks like if I want to add more, you can add a lot, because look, that's what we have now, which it already looks like a lot on screen, but like this is our workspace area right here. That entire area is our workspace. So if you guys look, that's how many we have. You guys can see how big that is in real life. Now if I zoom out, those are like a little dot now. So I could literally fill them up, I'm assuming, as much as I want. So let's restart the layout. Oh, okay, never mind. So this is how you do the layout. So I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now I can just keep extending these, and I'm just gonna keep doing this until it tells me I can't do it anymore, to see how many lights I can add eventually. Let's just see how many I can add. Right now we're up to 25 lights. Okay, so 25 lights max is what you can do. 25 lights max is what you can do on these lights. So that's pretty cool. I like that. Now I gotta get rid of all of these that I just did. Yo, what's up, Coco Melon? So this is Amazon live streaming. Welcome to the show. Basically, if you remember what QVC is, this is like that, but for a more modern age. The difference between us and QVC is you can talk to me. You can ask any questions that you might have. You can purchase them directly from clicking on the products that you see in the carousel. Right now, what we're talking about, all of the products are available on Amazon. Right now, what we're talking about, and you can see it highlighted down below if you're on your phone, are these Govee lights. So they're available on Amazon. They're $1.99. There's a ton of cool stuff on this. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask them. Again, welcome to the stream. I hope you're having a great Saturday. We're just taking a look at a lot of awesome products today. So let's see what else we got in the carousel. I gotta plug my phone in before it dies. Don't do this to me. You don't have to do this. I'm gonna do this. All right. So hey, Travel Diva, welcome to the stream. All right, so we were talking about my barbecue, my grill. So I am currently smoking a brisket. I'm making a barbecue brisket outside, and I'm using the grill that is highlighted in the carousel, which is this guy right here. If I can load the video up, I'm using that grill right outside right now. Now that's not a live feed of it, but that's the one I'm using. It's a pellet smoker, so it uses wood pellets to for the heat source. It's a fantastic pellet smoker, and you can control it over Wi-Fi. So right now what we're doing is we're waiting for this to get to 160, and that will be basically when I end the stream. But with this smoker, you're actually able to control this through their app. So if you look right here, we have their app up, and I can see the temperature that I set. If you look right there, I have it set to 300 degrees. It's at 304 right now. And I have a food probe, or a metal probe that's inserted in my brisket right now. And I'm waiting for that to get about 160, 165 or so, and then I'm gonna wrap it and finish it. So I can do this from anywhere. As long as the grill is connected to Wi-Fi, I'm able to do that. Yeah, you can see that right there. I have my food temperature. I'm just waiting for that to get to 160. So what I can actually do is I can hit set right here. And if I hit set and I set this to 165, it will alert me whenever it is at 165. It'll give me a notification on my phone. You can go to recipes too, and you can look up different recipes by different types of meat. So like cow, chicken, fish. There's like a pizza. We have sheep. We have pie. We have pig. There's fruit. There like a whole bunch of recipes. Now I'm not connected to Wi-Fi on this. I'm connected to the grill's Wi-Fi. That's why you're not seeing anything here. But yeah, pretty simple, pretty straightforward. So the next product that we're going to talk about is actually in my opinion, a good addition to have if you like to barbecue often. So let me go ahead and grab that real quick. Let you guys just look at the Govee lights again. Let's choose a different color. But everybody that's here, if you have any questions, feel free to ask them. Coco Melon, again, let us know. So what I like to do is when somebody is new here to my stream, I always like to ask them, like, what kind of hobbies are you into? Or what kind of things do you normally find yourself looking for on Amazon? Is it home products? Is it home products? Is it hobby stuff? Is it craft stuff? Is it technology? Is it computers? Is it gaming? Like what kind of stuff are you normally into? What are your hobbies? Let us know. Gaming and sports. Okay, so we do talk about gaming. We do cover some sports products like I just covered a pickleball set. I don't know if you've ever played pickleball. But yeah, we do talk about gaming. We talk about electronics a lot too. We talk about projectors, TVs, a whole bunch of different stuff. Is there anything specific that you've been looking for lately? All right, my friends. So, like I said, we are barbecuing today. We got the barbecue fired up outside. It's going right now. We're waiting on that brisket for dinner. Super excited about that. Nah. It be that way sometimes. But this is what we're talking about. This is what we're going to talk about next. So let me go ahead and get this thing put on. This is something that's great to have if you like to barbecue. And you just need some more hand space. And the reason I say that is because it's going to give you a bunch of areas that you can, put your seasonings, your spatula, some oil, your cheese. Like you put your little cheese slide. I'll show you what I mean. So this is fully adjustable. So this is made by Down Under. Now this is a multi-use, true authentic leather apron, and I think it's incredible. So you can adjust it right up here on top. So if I go ahead and put this on real quick, you guys can see that I adjusted it. Just put those straps back there. Now whenever I stand up, let me get my microphone a little bit closer so you guys, doesn't sound like I'm across the room from you guys. Now whenever I stand up, you can take this strap over here on the side. You can basically just pull this around just like this. And now you can choose really either one of these buckles to tighten this down at. So if you want it a little bit tighter around like more of your waist and not your stomach, you can do that. But I'm going to tighten it around my waist. So we'll go ahead and get this tightened down right here, just like this. Who said hi, Nate? Trigger W. What's up, man? I almost only ever see you in Alex's stream. I hope you're having a good day, dude. So we got it tightened down right now, as you guys can see. Now there's no place to actually like put this unless you don't care that it's hanging. So what I normally do is I just kind of like put it underneath, like behind here. So this is made by Down Under, and I'm telling you guys, this is super high quality. Super high quality. Yeah, it looks like I'm a blacksmith or something. It looks like I could be a blacksmith. So this is super high quality, true authentic leather. If I show you guys the backside, you guys can see that this is, real leather. So this is gonna last a long, long time. So this is really designed for people that like to barbecue, or even those of you that work with your hands a lot, work with tools, and you just need a nice, easy way to kind of store everything. And the reason this is going to be so good for all of that is because of all of the pockets that it has. Yeah, it looks like Texas Chainsaw Massacre in a way. So you guys can see, real leather, like I said, the rivets on them. So like all of the actual like hardware is used with real metal. There's no fake metal, but I think you guys know what I mean. You have your Down Under branding. So this pocket right here can really be used for anything. You could put a tape measure up here if you're working with tools. You could put a spice bottle right here if you're, barbecuing or grilling or something like that. You have a hook down here, and what I found that this is good for is a hammer. So if you're working with tools, you can just drop it right there, pick it up, and now you can, do whatever. Looks heavy without the tools. It's not heavy. It is authentic, so it's got weight to it, but it's not heavy. Like even with all these tools, I don't feel like, it's heavy right now. So up here at this, like I said, you can put a spice bottle here. You can put a tape measure. For me, when I was making burgers here a couple weeks ago, what I ended up doing is while I was waiting for the burgers to be done on the grill, I put my cheese slices in here. Now, other factors of this guy right here, what you can do is like your phone. So like if I can just, you know, put my phone up here, fits perfectly, and that's an iPhone 11 Pro Max. So you know, maybe I'm looking at a recipe or something. So okay, I need to add some paprika, and then when I'm done, I can just put that up there, and then now here at the bottom, I could have like my spice seasoning. So you have pockets down here for your hands, for your phone, your spices, your tools, whatever it is. You also have some other straps right here. See? Now you have some other straps right here. So you could, I mean, if you wanted to, you could put your hammer here. Put another tool there, screwdriver. I have all of these little slots down here at the bottom for, you know, extra screwdrivers. This one actually didn't work just because like this right here. But yeah, so you could put, you know, like seasonings all throughout this, your phone, the cheese. You could have this pocket up here used for nails if you want to, or screws or something like that. Now for me, I'm going to be using this for barbecue mainly. Since I showcased this, I wanted to showcase it to you guys in both ways. So the latest video that I created for this was a video for its tool function, but I'm going to be taking all of this stuff out. I'll actually just do that now so I don't forget, and then I'll be using this to barbecue because we barbecue quite a bit around here. And then at the bottom right here, you even have another little pocket too, as you can see right there. You have another little pocket. That might be good for like a knife sharpener or something like that. So we'll go ahead and set that aside. But yeah, so this is, I mean, like I said, guys, this is just high quality. What this is it's just designed to free up some space while you're working with your hands, whether it be barbecuing, tooling, you know, working with your, you know, maybe you're like hanging drywall, like whatever it is. There's a ton of uses for this, not just barbecuing, not just working with tools, whatever you think you might be able to do with this. It's high quality. It's going to last a long time. Yes, the price is pretty high on it. It is $129.99. I just realized this entire time it wasn't even highlighted in the carousel I just did. It is high, but you also got to think about the quality that you're getting from this and the craftsmanship. You have true rivets all the way around it. The stitching on this is perfect. You have metal hardware all the way throughout it. Real authentic leather. I mean, this is just gonna. This can literally last a lifetime as long as you just, you know, don't destroy it, and you don't even necessarily have to take care of it. You just don't go out of your way to mess this thing up, and you'll be just fine. And then, like I said, this is made by Down Under, so I highly recommend it. You guys can see that right there. I've got oil spots because I accidentally I spilled some oil on it. But yeah, Down Under leather apron. I highly recommend it, guys. I love it. I love it. I'm gonna be using it for barbecue today. Today, I'm gonna be using it for barbecue. Down Under. Down Under, so fitting. So, I don't know. This can kind of be themed out in a way, this show, but we have a fridge that we're going to talk about next. I know it's really random. So in my house, we don't have room for a. Oh my goodness. Looks like I need to get new ball head attachments because this is struggling. So in my house, we don't have where our fridge goes. We don't have space for like a French door fridge, like, you know, like the double wide fridges. I don't even know what you call them. So we were actually looking for a new fridge, and Nutrifrost reached out to us, and they wanted us to take a look at this fridge, and it couldn't have been more perfect timing because we were getting so close to buying one of these like single wide fridges. I don't know what you want to call it, a top freezer, whatever you want to call it. So this is a high quality fridge. It's $9.99. Let me see if there's any coupons on it today. Any clickable coupons on the product page. So it's $9.99. I recommend it at $9.99, but there's actually a $150 clickable coupon. And if you guys aren't familiar with what that means, is if you click on it in the carousel or in that item list down that you guys can see, it says featured now. If you click on it, when you get to the product page, there'll be a little section right there kind of under the price that'll say apply $150 coupon. You just click that, and then when you check out, you're going to save that $150. So it's a fantastic fridge. It's not unfitting to say we literally use it every day. It's the fridge that we use. It's got a really nice color to it. It does look in the picture that you guys can see, it kind of looks silver, but in real life it's more of a darker gray. So I did film a product review on this. I'd buy it, but the freezer is kind of small. So I can't really complain because the freezer we had before was smaller than this one. But I don't think it is a small freezer, honestly. Like, I'll show you. Let me play the video real quick because I really don't think you will think it's a small fridge or a small freezer. I mean, yeah, comparatively speaking to the double wide ones where the freezer's at the bottom that it just pulls all the way out and then you have like a chest, basically. Where is this in the carousel? Here it is. Great, now I've got the hiccups.
DragonBlogger Nate here. What is going on, my friends? I hope you're having a great day. Today we're going to be taking a look at this NutriFrost refrigerator. NutriFrost recently sent me this refrigerator to test out and do a review on. I gave myself about a week to truly test it out. I mean, as you guys know, everyone uses the fridge all the time, and this one's incredible. It's got this really nice, almost slate gray brushed aluminum look that really doesn't pick up fingerprints that bad. The handles are very nice, being that they're not extruding from the refrigerator itself. They're just kind of built into it right on the top. And if you're worried about your kids breaking into the freezer and eating 14 popsicles, you really don't have to, because more than likely they won't be able to reach the handle.
See, like,
and talking
right there,
about the freezer there,
Cocomelon, like, yes, it's not going to be as large as one of those freezers that if you have like space in your home for a double wide fridge, like the French doors that open up like this, it's not going to be as big as one of those freezers, just because they're wider freezers or wider freezer combos. But for a top mounted freezer, this is it has a lot of space. And if you need even more space, you can just take that shelf out if you wanted to just create more of just a cube instead of like shelving in there.
there is a ton of space on the inside. You have
it's misleading, right? It's misleading. But let's say you already let's say you have a normal size, like a regular size fridge that most people have. Like, let's say you have one of those French door fridges in the like in your kitchen. This would be a fantastic addition for like maybe the garage or a sunroom or something like that, where you just want to store drinks or something. Now, we use it daily as our main fridge. And then the old fridge that we replaced this one with, or our old fridge that we replaced our old fridge with this. That fridge, the old one, is in the sunroom now.
Shelf right here in the middle, which is kind of two leveled in case you guys want more space on the top or the bottom of the freezer. If you want to install an ice maker,
so I do like that. I just said in the video that I created for this that you can, if you want to, you can install like an ice maker. It doesn't have you can install an ice maker. You just basically, like, there's like a little hole punch at the back, and I don't know how you do it because we didn't. Now, just know that if you get this, you don't just buy an ice maker and then install it. You have to make sure you have a water line running to the fridge or the area of the fridge. We don't have a water line running there. Otherwise, I would have installed an ice maker.
In here, you definitely can do that. Just know that you'll obviously need a water line running to your refrigerator as well as the ice maker itself. I might do that in the future, but for now, this makes a
Go Bills! Go Bills!
Great spot for my cold mugs. Go Bills. On the inside of the freezer door, you're going to have these two shelves, which are pretty deep, so you're definitely not going to run out of space for stuff in your freezer that didn't fit in the regular part of the freezer. Now, taking a look at the main attraction, the refrigerator portion of this has an insanely large amount of space, so you can store all of your favorite goodies right on the inside of your fridge. On the inside door, you're going to have a ton of space to be able to store your milk, your tea, really whatever it is, all of your different condiments. If we kind of pan down right here, you guys notice you have 3 shelves. Now, only 2 of them have the max space, but the bottom one still has space for everything else. Setting your temperature on here is also super straightforward. All you have to do is press that set button and then hold it down for 3 seconds to get it to where you want to go. Both of the drawers at the bottom of the refrigerator portion on this NutriFrost are going to have your humidity control, which is super easy to adjust. You guys can see that on the left, it's for fruits. On the right, it's for vegetables. So it's really nice that you're able to do that. Installing and moving.
It is fully adjustable too. So if you need like different shelf heights, you can completely remove one if you need to. Remove all of them if you're weird like that, if you, yeah, you can completely adjust it too. And the way that you install these is really cool. The way that you get them installed is smart, because they're not going to just, you know, if like you're pulling something out of the fridge, you can't accidentally like grab the lip of the shelf that it's on and pull the shelf out with it. You'll see what I mean in the video. Let me go back just a little bit.
Vegetables. So it's really nice that you're able to do that. Installing and moving around the shelves is as simple as possible. All you have to do is simply slide it in like that. And the way it retains the shelf is with this little mechanism that whenever you slide this back, it's going to fall into a little groove that can only be pulled back out if you lift it up again. So this does have an assisted closing, and I'm going to show you guys right here that whenever you do close this, the fridge does a phenomenal job sealing. If you look right there in the middle on the fridge, you guys notice that it is slowly sealing itself to keep all of your foods fresh. If you're one of the people that also like to store some stuff on top of the fridge, don't worry about it. The fridge has a ton of space on top for you guys to store your favorite chips, cereals.
And so now you guys can see why I'm unable to install a double wide fridge or a French door fridge at my house. I mean, you can see right there, like where the fridge can be hooked up is it's a little spot right there. Like it's framed in our house. Now, in order to be able to get a double French door fridge or any other style fridge, we would have to like do a pretty major renovation. We'd have to knock down that wall that's on the left side over there by the tortilla chips, and that's a load-bearing wall, so that means like structurally above us, like it would take so much, it wouldn't even be worth it.
Really, what?
And we were thinking about it because we didn't really think. Honestly, we were thinking about doing that, going through that whole process, spending hundreds, if not thousands of dollars to tear down that wall so we could get a French door fridge. We were thinking about it because we didn't know you could get a nice fridge, like a really nice one, in this standard form factor, but you can, apparent by this one. Now, just taking a look right here, like I said, if you look at it, if you look at the color in the carousel or the picture that you see, it does look a little bit brighter. In person, it's pretty dark. It doesn't attract fingerprints at all, which is my favorite thing. At all. Yeah. So again, if you guys are new here, first of all, welcome. I appreciate you guys being here and hanging out with me. Everyone is over watching on Twitch as well. I appreciate you guys. You guys are the real MVPs. I mean, I literally wouldn't do this if you guys weren't able to hear, if you guys weren't here and hanging out with me. So we have another fridge that we're going to talk about. So Ice Jungle is actually the same company as Nutrifrost, which is the fridge we just looked at. They sent me this mini fridge, and calling it a mini fridge is kind of an insult to it in a way, because this is a commercial grade under counter refrigerator. Now, you can use it out in the open, which you'll see I do in the video. You can build it under your counter. You can use it as an outdoor fridge, like maybe you have like a gazebo set up or like a tiki bar or something. Maybe you own a restaurant, whatever it is. This is a commercial grade, in my opinion. They're not going to say it, but the reason it's so expensive is because it's very high quality. So let me go ahead and play this video. This thing is really nice. We use it as our drink fridge. We have it in our sunroom plugged in, and all of our drinks go in here. Not like milk and stuff, but like, you know, Coke cans and Gatorades and beer.
Hey, what is going on, guys? Nathaniel with DragonBlogger Tech and Entertainment, and today I'm super excited to showcase to you this Ice Jungle under counter indoor outdoor fridge. This thing is made very, very well. As you guys can see right here, it is all stainless steel, and on the handles it has this really nice brushed stainless steel look on it, and everything about this thing just feels very, very, very well made. As you guys can see right here, I'm going to go ahead and walk up next to this. This thing is actually a lot bigger than it might have seemed on the videos. You guys can see it's about hip height on me, and it's almost arm's length as wide as it is. And honestly, this thing just fits so many drinks. But let's go ahead and take a closer look at some of the things that this thing has to offer. Now, one of the unfortunate things is while I was moving this, I did dent this corner right here, so definitely have help when you're moving this. This thing is not light by any means at all, so definitely just get some help when you're moving it. So taking a look at the bottom tray right here, you guys could see I was able to fit in all of these water bottles and still had tons of room to continue putting more and more drinks in there or whatever else. We'll go ahead and take a look at the top shelf right here, and you guys can see that I have some Gatorades and some Cokes in here. And the cool thing about with the 12-ounce cans is you're able to stack these if need be. And I have the Gatorades in here, and I still had a ton of more room to put more drinks or whatever I needed in there. So we can go ahead and continue on and showcase to you guys some of the
I didn't even realize this when I filmed this video, and I don't know if I pointed it out. I can't hear what you guys are hearing, but those like cutouts right there on the shelf where the drinks are, if I didn't say it in the video, that's really smart, because if you put something in there and it leaks, or you open the door and you spill something, it's not going to pool up inside of there. You're like, yeah, now you got to clean your floor, but that's smart. So like if like you lose power and stuff starts defrosting, that whatever it is, whenever it defrosts or unfreezes or leaks or whatever, it's not gonna just sit there and like pool up inside of the fridge. It'll like fall down, that's smart. I didn't even think about that.
All the way up to 60.
Now, by far my favorite feature is gonna be right. Let me see if I can find it. I gotta find it real quick. Right here, the night light feature. This is so nice.
And it is the night light feature. So in the middle of the night.
Oh yeah, by the way, that's one of those full 48 packs of bottled water, you know, like the big ones that are like super heavy. That's one of those, all in there. The cool thing is when you pull that drawer out, that's a lot of weight on that drawer when it's fully extended. It doesn't bow at all. Like it doesn't bend down because like the wheels that they use and the wheel I don't know, the hardware that they use to keep that mechanism sliding is like very robust and sturdy. So like you could pull that all the way out, fully loaded, like as heavy as you could get it with stuff in there, and it doesn't bow at all. Yeah, just phenomenal make by Ice Jungle. But listen, that's gonna be it for me, guys. I gotta go. I'd buy that in the summer. Yeah, that's what I was actually gonna say. It's funny. I was gonna say that this is like a great way to, I don't know. For me, like whenever I think about products, yes, I buy it for what it is, you know, like what it's supposed to do. But a lot of times whenever I am looking at buying something or looking at, thinking about buying something, or I also try to, I try to negotiate with myself and say like what it will be used for and when and where. So like I buy for the experience as well. So in my mind when I'm buying something, I'm like, we can use it together as a family, or we can use it while we're barbecuing, or we can use it on like a cool summer night around a campfire or anything like that. I think about what it, like when and where it could be used for, not just what it is used for. Does that make sense? So like for me, this fridge, I have like this vision in my mind. It's really good for like having a bunch of friends over. Maybe you guys are out, you know, out in the backyard. You guys are barbecuing in the summer. It's a cool night. The breeze is perfect. You know, you got the radio playing or something, and you know, you have that fridge and it's just kind of off to the side, and you know, you got your beer, your drinks and stuff and all that. Like I buy things for the experience as well. So that's actually perfect that you say that, because that is a great fridge to have for like those summertime activities and, you know, meetups and, you know, having people over and entertaining. So it's a fantastic fridge, but that's going to be it for me on today's stream. I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day. Currently right now, my grill is telling me that my brisket is at 155, so it's about time I go out there and check it. We really just wanted to come on here and hang out with you guys for a bit, show you guys that awesome, well, hold on, give me a second. That awesome massager. Grill on, Nate. That awesome massager. Again, one more time. This is a heating and cooling massager. Shout out to KIGASSENZIO for sending this to me. Fantastic, high quality. They gave us a discount code for you guys today. So if you see it says claim deals, if you click that claim deals button, you guys will save 20% off on this today. Shout out to KIGASSENZIO. Shout out to you guys. Shout out to this brisket that I'm going to devour here later. But that's it for me. Have a great rest of your weekend. I'll see you guys on Monday afternoon, 12:30 Central, 10:30 Pacific time, and what would that be? 12:30 Eastern time. So see you guys then. Have a great rest of your weekend, and Peace.